On March 1st, 2022, during his State of the Union address, Joe Biden made the announcement that Americans can now remove their masks and resume life as normal. Biden claimed that the world had reached a new moment in the coronavirus pandemic and called on Americans to begin resuming their pre-COVID work and lifestyle routines.
Tonight I can say we're moving forward safely back to more normal routines. We've reached a new moment in the fight against COVID-19, where severe cases are down to a level not seen since July of last year. Just a few days ago, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued a new mask guidelines. Under the new guidelines, most Americans and most of the country can now go mask-free. And based on projections, more of the country will reach a point across the next couple of weeks. And thanks to the progress we've made in the past year, COVID-19 no longer need control our lives.
Although on its face, this message may seem to be unremarkable and in some ways a welcome change to the arbitrary and oppressive dictates of mask mandates and forced vaccinations that the world has been subjected to over the past 2 years. However, like previous announcements made by Biden concerning the coronavirus pandemic, this declaration carries within it nuance and subtle undertones.
Under the new guidelines, most Americans and most of the country can now go mask-free.
For some reason, this announcement leaves the highly unpleasant miasma and defilement of satanic ritual lingering like a putrid stench in the air. Allow me to explain. The word mask actually comes from the medieval Latin masca, which means witch specter. A witch specter is an apparition, a phantom, a visible ghost or disembodied spirit of a witch. Contemporary witch lore held that witches could project themselves spiritually, either directly or with the aid of Satan in order to harm their victims from afar. The witch's victims might then see a spectral image of the witch approach them as an apparition. The specter of the witch could pinch, bite, or choke its victims, or otherwise harass them while the witch remained in a remote location. Keep this information in mind because we'll come back to it later, as it will help you to understand the true masked or hidden meaning, pun intended, of Biden's recent mask announcement.
Under the new guidelines, most Americans and most of the country can now go mask-free.
Previously, we discussed the importance of the use of numerology in concert with satanic ritual. Let's look at the numerology connected with a few specific announcements made by Biden in the recent past that proves this point. On August 13th, 2020, Biden called for a nationwide mask mandate.
Every single American should be wearing a mask when they're outside for the next 3 months at a minimum. Every governor should mandate mandatory mask wearing. The estimates by the experts are it will save over 40,000 lives.
13 is the number of rebellion and points to the rebellious fallen angels. And since 1 + 3 = 4, August 13th can be expressed as 8-4, which points to Obama's birthday. On April 6, 2021, Biden announced that he was moving the date that made all adults 18 years old or older eligible to be crowned with the venom of the serpent's genetically altered mRNA jab from May 1st to April 19th.
On March the 11th, I announced that I was opening up all vaccination sites to all adults by May 1st. Many governors, Democrats and Republicans, responded and decided to beat that date, which was good. Thanks to their hard work and the hard work of the American people and the hard work of my team, I'm announcing today that we're moving that date up from May 1st to April 19th nationwide. That means by no later than April 19th, in every part of this country, every adult over the age of 18 or older will be eligible to be vaccinated.
The date 4/6 reversed is 6/4 and points to Genesis 6:4, the Nephilim giants or fallen angels who corrupted the genes of mankind by impregnating human women. This is very important since April 19th marks the beginning of the 13-day satanic ritual relating to fire and the fire god, Baal, Molech, and Nimrod, the sun god, also known as Saturn, who is the devil and Satan.
I'm announcing today that we're moving that date up from May 1st to April 19th nationwide.
These 13 days are major satanic human ritual sacrifice days that culminate in Walpurgis Night, Hexanot, or Witches' Night, where witches would gather to hold orgiastic rituals with demons and the devil himself. This celebration is a bacchanalia of evil and demonic powers, thus the connection of being crowned with the venom of the genetically altered mRNA of fallen angels being offered to humans to corrupt the genes of mankind during this time. This brings us to his current announcement.
Under the new guidelines, most Americans and most of the country can now go mask-free.
March 1st is 3/1, which, when reversed, is 13. Once again, a reference to the number of rebellion. Tuesday, March 1st was also Mardi Gras, or Fat Tuesday, which is directly related to the wearing of masks. In fact, in Venice, one of the most popular masks worn during Mardi Gras is the plague doctor's mask. The plague was one of the most feared diseases in the world, capable of wiping out hundreds of millions of people in seemingly unstoppable global pandemics. Plague doctors wore the hood along with a hat, robe, gloves, and breeches as a kind of early biohazard suit, and used a stick to touch the sick. The plague was thought, like all disease, to be spread through miasma, the unpleasant air of decay and evil. The purpose of the mask, which contained aromatic herbs in the beak, was to keep away these evil smells. Therefore, Biden's choice to make an announcement advising Americans that the world had reached a new moment and Americans in most of the country could remove their masks and resume their pre-COVID lifestyles mask-free was purposefully done on March 1st so that it would coincide with Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras refers to events of the carnival celebration beginning on or after the Feast of Epiphany.
Barack Obama. Contrary to the rumors that you've heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton and sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth.
You can save all of them. You can save all of them. You can save all of them. You can save all of them.
And culminating on Fat Tuesday, the day before Ash Wednesday. All over the world, people celebrate Carnival and Mardi Gras. In Venice, Italy, they dress in elegant costumes and masks. Venice is a city that is built on the water, and from above, you can see the Grand Canal as it snakes through the city like a serpent. In fact, there's a legend that says a sea serpent lives in the waters beneath the city. This connects Carnival in Venice, Italy, with the beast from the sea as found in Revelation 13:1. It is important to note that at the beginning of the pandemic, Italy was one of the first places hit hard with people that were crowned with the venom of the serpent. Here in America, New Orleans is famous for its Mardi Gras celebrations as well. New Orleans uses the symbol of the fleur-de-lis, which represents the Merovingian bloodline of the Antichrist.
Bloodline.
But you may be wondering, what's the significance of Biden connecting Carnival, Mardi Gras, and the masks worn during these celebrations and Americans' removal of their COVID-19 masks, enabling them to go mask-free?